The Missouri Tigers are in Atlanta tonight making their last-minute preparations as we are now less than 24 hours away from the SEC Championship game. Good evening, I'm Stephanie Schaefer. Ryan Tate is with us tonight live out inside the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. He got there last night after a day of driving, and Ryan, the Mizzou team, made it there this afternoon, but others heading to the game are not having as much luck.
Yeah, Stephanie, that's right. I mean, you mentioned the fact that the Missouri Tigers are preparing. They're less than 24 hours away from kickoff of the SEC Championship game, but I can tell you one thing, they are preparing not inside the Georgia Dome. They were supposed to be having a walkthrough today inside the Dome. They never made it. That was supposed to be at 3 o'clock local time. It then got pushed back to 4 o'clock local time, and then at a certain point, Mizzou's coaching staff decided, we're not going to do the walkthrough, and it was all blamed on the weather that's going on not only in Missouri but also across the Midwest. We've also learned that Marching Mizzou, the Golden Girls, the cheerleaders, even Truman are on buses on their way down here. They have also been battling the elements trying to get to Atlanta, Georgia. The weather here is great. I'm not saying that just to rub it in. I'm telling you that it's nice once people are able to get through the snow and the wintry mix that they're facing in the Midwest, that once they get down here, the weather is fine. But that's the problem, actually getting down here. And it was also evident today when we went to the local fan fest, we did not see a lot of Mizzou fans. We only saw a handful of fans wearing black and gold. And some of that can also be attributed to the fact that it took a long time for people to get down here. It was not easy to get to Atlanta for this SEC Championship game. Well, this afternoon, head coach Gary Pinkel, who did come down early, held a news conference and talked to not only the media members here, but also from mid-Missouri, but also many of the national media figures, and answered about 20 questions, and one of them was the idea of respect. Now, it's known from a lot of Tiger fans that they don't think they're getting a lot of respect in this game, that many people just assume that Auburn is going to win this football game. Here's what head coach Gary Pinkel had to say about trying to get respect for the Mizzou football program.
I know our Mizzou fans are going wild and crazy. You saw the Texas A&M game; they get it. We all got to be part of the SEC. Well, we all got to earn our what we deserve, and we got to earn people the respect. Even our fans. Our fans get it. They understand the SEC fans are the best fans in college football around the country, and Mizzou fans have responded awesome.
Well, the Missouri Tigers did not take the field behind me here in the Georgia Dome for their walkthrough, but the Auburn Tigers did. They came in about 4:15 local time this afternoon and did their walkthrough for about 15 minutes for the media, and then we were all told to get off the field so that they can have their walkthrough. Head coach Gus Malzahn also answered some questions. He had a lot of good things to say about the Missouri Tigers and about how the Missouri's Tigers, have been able to make it here to the SEC Championship game. Stephanie?
All right, thank you, Ryan. We're going to check back in with him later as we continue our special coverage from Atlanta throughout the night and tomorrow. Ryan will be joined by Sports Director Austin Kim at 6:30 tonight for a special edition of ABC 17 News, Battle for the SEC. It is all leading up to the championship game that kicks off Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Well, the Tigers began their adventure south this morning at 11 with fans cheering them on as they loaded the buses from the MU training complex. ABC 17's Heather Horrigan was at the Tigers send-off this morning with fans who braved the cold weather. And Heather, how many fans would you say came out today?
To me, it looked to be about 24 fans lining the sidewalk while the team got on the buses. And even though it was freezing this morning, which may have kept some indoors, you couldn't tell by the energy and the excitement of the crowd. Every single person seemed so happy to support their team as the journey began to the SEC Championship game.
I was in town this morning. I brought my wife to work and thought I'd come over and see the Tigers off.
Frank Schock's dedication runs deep with his own son, a former MU Tiger football player.
MU football kind of becomes a life for you, and even though your son or daughter or student is not here anymore, you still follow them because it's part of your life.
And his son is literally following them down to Atlanta today.
Well, I asked him where he was, if he wanted to come, and he sent me a picture back of his steering wheel with his game ticket on it.
One graduate student tells me the cold stopped some of his friends from making it out this morning. But regardless, he is here and has been cheering on MU since he was born.
I've been a lifelong Mizzou fan, die hard, born and raised. So I just wanted to come and wish them the best and, bring back that W from Atlanta.
And everyone here today has high hopes the Tigers will pull through tomorrow. How do you think the Tigers are going to do?
I think they're going to do very well. Well, they've already done very well.
I know they're going to win.
I think we can get out of there with a W. I think it's going to be a close race. I think Auburn is obviously a team that has a lot of luck this year.
The team's flight was supposed to take off at noon, but there were delays and didn't get off the ground until around 1 today.
All right, thank you, Heather. Now, according to Central Missouri Aviation, that flight was not delayed because of any weather.